What if there were two narcissists who had a show on a large streaming network? What if that network decided to seriously back these two narcissists with over $1 million in advertising? What if these two narcissists began thinking that they were the cause of the success of the show, even though they were making serious money from the endeavor? They became greedy. What if these two narcissists began thinking that they could start their own network? That they began thinking that they could steal the audience from the network they were working for and bring that audience over to their new network. What if they hatched a plan that would simultaneously create a new network while destroying the network they were working for? What would they do? First, they needed a money person to back them in the creation of the new network. Bingo, they found that person. So now they'd have to do part two of the plan. They needed to destroy the network they were currently contracted with. They would create a plan that would destroy the reputation of that network and the people who worked for that network. The most popular of the two narcissists would write a resignation letter that was designed to be released to the public. This letter would tell the world how horrible the network was. This letter would go so far as to call the network Luciferians. This letter would speak of abuse that they had received without offering a shred of evidence. They would start a fake group that pretended to represent the employees of that network. The fake group would speak about executive abuse of power at the network, again with no evidence offered. Next, they began a series of articles from an anonymous source, pretending to tell details of what was going on behind the scenes at the network. The articles would insinuate that the network was being investigated by federal authorities, including the SEC. They would then create an attack dog group, which would send out memes trying to destroy the reputations of the network and those who worked for the network. They doxed anyone they considered their enemy. They even created a name for their enemy, the Dark Alliance. They threatened these people with violence that is still up on both of their sites. They then told people that mass arrests of the cabal were imminent. They said that members of the military would come in the middle of the night and arrest their enemies. What if finally a person working in their attack dog group saw the unethical behavior and released screenshots of them attacking and doxing many members of the community? What if when this came out, the two narcissists adamantly denied any involvement in the situation, even going as far as to say that the person who released the screenshots actually made everything up? What if the former producer of their show had finally had enough of their BS, and so he started a YouTube show calling them out on their bullshit? What if the two then began a systematic effort to destroy their former producer's reputation by saying they got him fired from his job, which was also a complete lie? What if they wrote to that former producer and said they were going to destroy him and steal everything he has? What if that producer did not back down and continued to expose the fraud? What if he was then sued for $5 million by one of the narcissists? What if there was a witness to all this? What if that witness had finally had enough of this BS and wrote a letter to one of the narcissists? What if that letter completely laid out everything just described? What if that witness was then sued by the same narcissist? What if they finally realized that it was a network that made them? They did not make the network. What would happen if all of this turns out to be true? Well, we will soon find